1, 2, 3, 4. Checking 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Just settle in, just relax. Just settle in, just relax. Final chest. Check. Testing 1, 2. Hello. Minutes, then we'll get started. Just settle in, everybody. A few more minutes. Just settle in. Just waiting for a few more people to join the class. Couple more minutes. Checking 1, 2. Okay, sorry about that, a few technical issues this morning. Just settle in, taking a few long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Just finding some stillness here. Just settling in. Just finding some peace within, taking the awareness within. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, filling up the belly, the rib cage, the chest. As you fill up the whole body with the beautiful prana, the life force, the vital energy. And as you exhale out through the nose, just releasing, belly draws in towards the spine, rib cage contracts, chest contracts. Just taking a few moments here just to follow that breath in and out, just noticing the cool air on the inhale at the tip of the nose, and as you exhale, the warm air on the exhale at the tip of the nose. Just relaxing down through the legs, through the hands, through the hips. Just be heavy on the mat. Just noticing all the points of contact. Just make sure you're evenly balanced. Just so that you're not tilting off to one side or tilting too far forward into the future or too far back into the past. Just, oh hello Lydia.
Hi.
I'll just mute you here, we just started, so just stand by. Okay, continuing just to breathe here. Taking some nice long slow deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. And relaxing, just coming back to the breath once more. Just letting the breath guide you today in your practice. Just relaxing here for a few breaths, closing down the eyes. Just continuing to breathe. And next time you inhale, we'll send the fingertips to the sky. And as the hands come down through heart center, we just bow the chin to the chest. We take this opportunity as the hands and the palms, the fingertips and palms are gently touching and the thumbs are pressing up against the sternum. We take this opportunity to give love and gratitude to ourselves for coming to practice. And then we bow down to Mother Earth as a thank you for all that she provides. Then we rise up. Good morning. And so from here, we'll send the fingertips out wide, looking up to the thumbs, interlocking the thumbs there, and then just pulling the arms apart there, or pulling the hands apart, just trying to feel that beautiful flex into the outside of the arms there. And then keeping the left fingertips high, the right fingertips touch the mat, and then we just press that opposite hip away here, feeling that beautiful openness in the side of the body there. A few breaths here. Pressing that hand into the mat on the right there, just press that opposite hip away, straighten the arm beside the ear, looking up underneath that armpit or towards the hand. And then we'll come across the other side and we'll do a twist, so taking the right hand across the left knee there, and then we'll look out over the left shoulder. Just twisting a little bit deeper on each exhale, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling just to twist a little deeper. One more breath. Then as you exhale, unwind, coming back to the center, fingertips forward, up and back. Slight back bend if you can, lock the thumbs in again. On the inhale, exhaling, right fingertips stay high, left fingertips touch the mat. We just press that opposite hip away. Right arm's beside the ear. Nice straight arm. Flexing, extending out through the fingertips. Feeling that beautiful stretch. Just continuing to stretch here. We'll rise up, fingertips touch the sky, and then we'll twist to the opposite side. Taking the left hand across the right knee there. The hand behind you props you up. Nice tall spine. Then as you exhale, come back to center, just pausing here for a few breaths. Closing down the eyes. Just relaxing here. And then when you're ready, we'll just send the fingertips to the sky again. And we'll twist across to the right side and we'll place the hands either side of the knees. And then we're just going to walk the hands away from the body here. Torso's nice and long, so we're just going to look forward in line with the knee there, and then we're just going to drape our body over the thigh there, and then wherever you get to, support yourself with your forearms, maybe two fists one on top of the other just to support the head, Just making sure this left side of the body doesn't lift up. And then from here we'll just take a few breaths. Maybe extending the right arm out, the left wrist crosses over the right. Drop the head in between the arms. Feel that beautiful stretch. A few breaths. And when you're ready, just walking the hands back in halfway. We're going to come all the way across to the other side. So you want to be nice and tall or nice and long through the torso. As you extend out, walk the hands away and then let the hands just drop down. Or just touch the floor wherever they come to today. And then maybe crossing the right wrist over the left, just to give you a little bit extra. Working within your limits today, whatever feels good for you. Just allowing your body to feel the sensations. In yoga, it's not what you do with your body, it's how you do what you do. So some poses are not always accessible the first time around, so just do what you can. Take a few more breaths. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, walking the hands back in. Sitting up nice and tall, just extending out the right leg on an angle. The left heel's close to the body, so there's a nice 90-degree angle in here or thereabouts, doesn't matter. We're going to basically bend straight down the middle here, so rising up, nice tall spine, fingertips touch the sky, and then we just fold down the middle. Just feeling that beautiful stretch in the hamstring, dorsiflexing the foot back towards the face here, maybe taking a hold of the foot there, and then just let gravity do the work, just slowly coming down, just looking slightly forward, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling just to soften, maybe rubbing the back of that hamstring, just to feel a bit of tension back there, or try to release the tension. A few more breaths here. Beautiful release for the lower back. And then when you're ready, rising up, keeping the hand on the foot, keeping a pistol grip of the big toe. So we're just going to pin this shoulder back behind you as far as you can, so you're looking out over that shoulder, then the fingers come up in line, so there's a nice straight line. It's like you're drawing a bow and arrow, so you're just pulling that arrow through. Fingertips are nice and high on the angle, looking back to there, and then from here we'll just bring the arm beside the ear, left arm beside the ear, and then we just bend through, taking the pistol grip, bend through the left or right elbow, and then we come down as far as you can. Wherever you get to today, it's your body, your practice. I'm just here to guide you. And then we just come down, keeping the chest open. You don't want to be folding in too much, keep the chest open. I like to just dig that elbow into the side of the knee there, and that gives me a bit of leverage and I can open my chest up. Feeling that beautiful stretch into the side body. Opening the chest up. A few more breaths here. Going a little bit deeper. On the next inhale, we'll send the fingertips up and back behind the left hand's behind the left hip. We're going to dig down through the right foot and we're going to press into the left foot shin and kneecap, and then we'll come up and just press the hips up high, and then we'll maybe do a bit of a flow here. So coming down, touch the right hand on the foot, left hand on the foot, and just do a bit of a flow. Whatever feels good, opening up the chest. One more time, a nice flow here, and then relaxing. Hips are on the mat, soles of the feet are together. I'll just take my socks off. It's a bit chilly this morning in Brisbane. And then from here, we just have a nice triangle just in here. We won't bring the heels too close to the body first, straight up. And then from here, we'll just flutter the hips. Just taking the awareness inwards once more. Just relaxing through the shoulders. And then when you're ready, we'll just slow down the butterfly, and then we'll extend that left leg out. Draw that right heel close to the body. Nice 90 degrees in here if that's where you're at today. Send the fingertips up nice and high. As you exhale, fold straight down the middle here. Wherever you get to, it's your body, your practice. Just relax here. Effort and ease required in yoga. Just finding yourself in this asana, wherever the mind takes you, as long as it doesn't take you too far away. Coming back to the breath. Always trying to stay present, just so we don't distract the mind too much. Maybe rubbing the backs of the thigh here, the hamstring. Dorsiflexing that foot back towards you. See if you can get down a little bit lower. Just relaxing here. And one more breath. And then keeping a hand close to the foot. We're just going to rise up. We're going to pin that right shoulder back towards the wall behind you if there's a wall. If not, just pretend there's one. It's like we're drawing a bow and arrow, so we're just going to draw that arrow and the fingertips touch the wall behind you, imaginary wall, and then from here we're just going to bring that right arm beside the ear, and then we're going to bend over towards that straight leg, keeping the chest open, bending through the left elbow, pistol grip of the big toe on the left foot, wherever you get to. As long as you're feeling it, you're doing yoga. Just extending out through those right fingertips, see if you can touch the hands together. If not, that left elbow inside the left knee there, opening up through the chest, maybe taking the right hand behind the back there, just to pin that shoulder back, just to give you a little bit more of a sensation in the back, in the shoulders, in the neck. Whatever feels good. A few more breaths. Just continuing to breathe throughout this practice. Nice, long, slow, steady breaths, just so you don't lose that focus. And then when you're ready, we'll rise up. Take the right hand behind the right hip there, and we're pressing down through the legs and the heel on the left, and we'll just open up the hip to the sky, and then we'll do a bit of a flow, so the hips come down, left hand to left foot, right arm beside the ear, bit of a flow here. I like to turn that right wrist out, just so you're not putting too much pressure into the wrist. So as it goes behind me, I kind of turn it out, back towards the back behind me, and then One more time, coming up. And then relaxing, soles of the feet together. Draw the heels in a little bit closer this time. And then we'll just take the hands to the knees, slide the hands down the shins there, chest forward, chin looking forward, and then we'll just see if you can take the forearms in front of the shins here, just interlacing the fingers around the feet here, and just slowly just bring yourself down, relaxing through the inner thigh there, the groins. There's a few muscles in there, the sartorius and the gracilis. A few muscles in there that need a bit of a workout today. Beautiful stretch. You can bring the heels in as close as you want to the body or as far away. Whatever feels good, just letting the head relax down. Relaxing the knees, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the feet, the toes, the hands, the whole of the body. Just let everything relax. Contracting and relaxing is what we're doing through yoga, just to activate the muscles that are required, only the muscles that are required, so that we're not holding too much tension in any of the other muscles. And then when you're ready, just slowly sliding the hands back up to the knees. We'll just take the hands to the outside of the knees. We'll just help the knees in together. And then from here, we'll just hug the knees in. Nose to knee, chin to chest. Chin to knee maybe, nose to knee, forehead to knee. Whatever feels good. Maybe seeing if you can come up onto the tippy toes, and then see if you can just balance on the back of the sacrum there. Looking forward, just finding your balance here, closing down the eyes. Maybe taking hands underneath the kneecaps there, underneath the knees, back of the thighs there. Shins are parallel to the mat. And if it's within your reach, just releasing. Maybe hands to the mat there, fingertips out in front, just for a boat pose, drawing the knees back towards the chest here, chest forward, maybe taking a pistol grip of the big toes, happy baby, or a seated happy baby, chest forward, just relaxing here, just finding your balance, closing down the eyes. And when you're ready, we'll just send the heels away from your straight legs. Don't lock the knees up, it kind of changes the structure. Just finding some balance here. A few breaths. Using the core strength or your core muscles, the muscles in your abdomen and your back, just to hold the feet up, releasing through the toes, releasing through the hands. And then we'll see if we can just send the feet and the chest away from one another, coming up again, a few times here. Maybe you have to bend through the knees. And then we'll plant the feet down, send the fingertips to the sky, and then we'll just fold forward, touching the fingers to the feet. We're going to come up and do a bit of a flow here. Fingertips to the sky, and then folding forward, touching the toes or the shins or the calves, doesn't matter. A few more times. And then exhaling, just releasing here through the lower back. Bend through the knees if you need to. Continuing to breathe. I like to bend the knees quite a bit here. You hug the legs in so that you're holding each opposite elbow underneath the thighs there, and then you just press those heels away. And then as the knees drop down, you place the palms of the hands on the mat, and then as you press the heels away further, that actual mechanical junction here that you've created just draws you down to the mat. Beautiful, beautiful stretch for the lower back, most of the back actually. Looking forward. See if you can go a little bit deeper here. Just let gravity do the work. See if you can press the heels down and lift the heels up. Pressing the backs of the knees into the forearms. Beautiful stretch here. And then when you're ready, just releasing the hands from under, or the arms from underneath the legs there, and then just fold over the legs. Take a few breaths. On your next inhale, slide the hands up the legs. Slide it up the stomach and up the torso, up towards the shoulders, to the side of the ears, then up to the sky. It's very windy today where I am, so a lot of sound effects going on here. And then releasing, hands beside the body. We're just going to roly-poly up to standing. So just take the hands behind the knees here and we'll just roly-poly up. See if you can just stand up on the heels in a squat and then eventually standing up. Alrighty. How's everyone going? There's not many of us, but we're streaming. We're streaming out to Facebook, so there's a few people out there, hopefully. So, just relaxing. Alrighty. Top of the mat here, we'll do some sun salutations and excuse me. In the process we'll do some stuff in between. So we'll do some twisting and some other stuff. So just getting my mic organised here. So when you're ready, just relaxing here, just pressing the feet into the mat, just rocking forward and back onto the heels, onto the toes. Shrugging the shoulders up towards the ears and down and forward and back, and just flexing out through the fingers, and you just want to be nice and relaxed here. So from here you want to have equal balance across all points of contact on the mat here. So you don't want to be favouring one side or the other. And so from here we're just inhaling forward, the arms forward, up and back, gentle back bend. Exhaling, forward fold, pivoting at the hips, line the fingertips up with the toes. Inhaling, halfway lift, slide the hands up the shins. Exhaling, we'll just send that right leg back as far as you can, drop the back knee, chest forward. And then the neck is either a natural extension of the spine, so you're lengthening out through the spine, through to the neck, crown of the head, or you can chin up. A few breaths here. Few more breaths. Maybe lifting up that back knee, planting the right hand down, and left fingertips touch the sky for a twist here. Twisting, keeping everything zipped up into maybe bending a little bit more into the left knee, and then planting the left hand down and lifting the hips up slightly just to make some room for the left foot to go back to the right. We're into a high plank. So you can either come down through a straight line, bending through the elbows, coming down through Chaturanga, Dandasana, or you can just take a breath here with me. And as you exhale, knees to the mat, chest in between the arms. Exhaling, inhaling into Cobra, low or high, depending on how you're feeling today. Exhaling, tuck the toes into Down Dog, walking the dog. First down dog for the day, pressing those heels back behind you. Bending one knee a lot, and then the other one, pressing the heels back. And then from here, maybe taking the feet a little bit wider for steady pose. And then taking the weight into the right hand, we'll take the left hand to the right foot, And we'll just do a bit of a twist here. Opposite side. Right hand, left. And then we'll come back. And then when you're ready, we'll step the left foot forward. And then spring forward, take the right foot forward. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling down through heart center. A few more breaths here. Do the left side. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, left foot back as far as you can go behind you. Drop the back knee, extending out through the torso here. Looking forward. Planting the left hand down, maybe lifting the left knee up. And then twisting to the right. Making sure this knee isn't dropping out too far to the side. Looking up to that right hand. Maybe dropping the hips down a little bit lower. Maybe taking that left foot back a little bit more, just to drop the hips down. One more breath, inhaling. As you exhale, plant the hand down, right hand down, and as you lift the hips up slightly, we'll just come back into a plank. A few breaths here. Pressing down on the mat, pressing down to rise up. And then we'll drop the knees just in between the arms, hug the elbows in, and then sliding through into cobra. High if you want, low if you want. Exhaling, tuck the toes, down dog. We'll do the twist on the other side, so find your steady pose here. Placing the weight in the right hand, we'll take the left hand to the right foot. We're outside of the right knee there, looking underneath that right armpit. Come across to the other side. Feeling that beautiful twist and stretch. Pressing the left heel in. And then coming back. Just walking the dog, maybe walking the feet in a little bit more. And when you're ready, we'll bring the right foot forward. Coming up on the fingertips. Lift the back knee, right fingertips to the sky, opening up the chest. Touch the hands down, inhaling, coming forward. And exhaling, just forward fold. Inhaling, rising up, sending the hands forward, up and back. Exhaling, down through heart center. Just relaxing the shoulders here. We'll do a bit of a gentle back bend here, so taking the hands to the top and back of the hips there, and then we'll bend through the knees slightly so the knees are lined up with the hips. Just below the hips, and we'll just press that hip forward slightly, not too much, just like there's a wall in front of you there. Placing the weight into the hands, bit of a back bend. And then coming forward, sliding the hands down. We'll do that a few times. We'll pause here, releasing through the hips. A few breaths. Inhaling, sliding the hands up, the legs, the torso, fingertips to the sky. See if you can arch back here, or take some weight into the hands on the back of the hips there, and then tilting back, and then sliding the hands down. And then one more time, sliding the hands up the front of the body there, taking the hands to the back of the hips there, and then just going back a little bit further, slight bend of the knees, and then releasing. And then just relaxing, feel that beautiful release through the lower back. Just hands are relaxed in front of the feet here. Just sending the knees back behind you, flexing like you're hyperextending through the knees. You're just sending one knee back behind you, the other one So you slightly bend one knee as you flex the other knee back behind you. And then from here, we're just going to pause, take a few breaths. So what we're going to do is we're going to straighten the right leg, the left hand's in front of the left foot. You bend through the left knee, and then you send the right fingertips to the sky, and you're twisting to the right. Twisting, twisting. And then we'll come to the opposite side. So right hand's in front of the right foot, right knee's bent slightly, left leg is straight, and opening up. And then maybe taking the left hand a little bit wider to the right, opening up to the right, right fingertips to the sky. And then we'll just do a flow here. Opening up. Whatever feels good. Wherever it feels good, stay there. And then keep it opening. Keep it flowing. Let the energies flow. Where the awareness goes, the energy flows. So if there's any areas of tension or tightness, just send the awareness there, send the energy there, send the breath there, opening up. A few more breaths. And then when you're ready, just let the hands just relax in front of the face, in front of the feet. A few breaths here. Sliding the hands to the back of the hamstrings here, just sliding the hands up and down, just massaging the calves and the hamstrings, and then sliding the hands down to the back of the heels. The arms are pretty much sitting on the back of the calves, and then see if you can just draw yourself a little bit closer to your legs. Knees are slightly bent, just belly's touching up against the thigh there. See if you can just relax, draw yourself down, nose to knee, forehead to shin, and relaxing here. One more breath, one more round of breath. And when you're ready, slowly just rolling yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Chin and head come up last, and then we'll come up to standing. So we'll just do a balance here. Balances are always good. So just bending through the right knee a little bit. And so we'll do a tree pose, Vrksasana. So the left heel up against the right ankle bone there, or you can have it up against the calf. You just don't want it up against the side of the knee. It's either above the knee or below the knee. And then so from here, we'll just, wherever you feel comfortable, hands into heart center. And then from here, we'll send the fingertips out wide. Closing down the eyes if that's where you get to today. If not, we'll just let the hands sway in the wind, in the breeze, fingertips to the sky. Just finding a point of contact or point behind you where you can focus your gaze, just to focus on that point. Arms out wide. And then hands into heart center. And then release that foot. Flick the legs out. Turn the body from side to side, flailing the arms. Just let the arms just be loose. Wherever they go to. And so from here, just taking each opposite elbow in the hands. Beautiful stretch here, in front of the shoulders. We're just going to see if we can do a forward fold here with our arms, like this. And then from here, or just chest forward, and just see if you can just do a forward fold. Wherever you get to, just holding those elbows nice and tight. A few breaths. Bending through the knees if you need to, just for a bit of a release in the lower back. And slowly rising up halfway, keeping a hold of those elbows at the back. And then coming up. And then releasing, just flailing the arms again. And this time we'll take the right heel to the left ankle bone there, slight bend in the left knee there. If that's where you're at, obviously do your tree, if not up to the calf with the right foot, or right foot to the side of the thigh there, hands in the heart center. Finding your balance here. Finding your point behind you where you can focus your gaze. Finding your balance here. Arms out wide. If you fall out of the pose, then just gently come back in. We're always different on each side when it comes to balances. Some days are better than others. Today's not my day on this side. That's okay. A few more breaths here. Bring the hands in the heart center. Close down the eyes if you can. And then when you're ready, just releasing, relaxing, flick the legs. Just standing Tadasana, mountain pose, nice and steady like a mountain, like a tall mountain, rocking back and forward on the feet. Send the arms out in front, shoulder height. We're just going to bend through the knees and come into a squat. And then from here, hands in the heart center. So from here, we're going to send the left fingertips forward and the right fingertips back. So we're going to do a bit of a twist here, finding your balance. And then the other way. And then back to heart center, or opposite to the other side, keeping the knees nice and tight together. And then other side. Finding your balance. And then come back into heart center. Open up the knees. Heels are touching. Toes are kind of on a 45, so there's about a 90-degree angle in there. And then we're just going to, from here, what I like to do is take the hands out in front, and then I like to just press the side of the knees into the backs of the elbows there and just open up the hips a bit. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to let our belly fall in between the thighs here. And we're just going to see if you can get those heels back behind you. See if you can get the heels on the mat. Doesn't matter, you don't have to, but we're just relaxing here. Opening up the thighs, opening up into the inner thigh there, the groin muscles. Heels in, toes out. Heels are touching or close to touching. Relaxing the head down, forearms on the mat. A few more breaths. And then having the hands in line with the shoulders. Hands are in line with the shoulders, and once again we just place the knees, the inside of the knees up against the elbows, and we just take the weight forward and see if you can lift the feet up off the mat. So as you come forward, the weight just sits on the back of the elbows there. The inside of the knees are kind of on top of the elbows, And see if you can just lift those feet up. A few breaths here. Holding it here. See if you can touch the head down and then come back up. And then sitting on the heels or close to the heels. So we'll take the heels out a little bit further. Heels in, toes out. Coming into Malasana or Indian squat. So the heels are a lot wider. And then you're just sitting on your heels. Or, sorry, you're just standing on your heels. And then coming into hands into heart center. You're opening up through the groins there, the inner thigh there. You're pressing the elbows into the inside of the knee there. Hand into heart center. Opening up through the chest. A few breaths. And we'll take the right hand out wide in line with the knees. And then we'll send the left fingertips to the sky or on an angle like you're drawing that bow and arrow again. And then we'll come across the other side. So as you come through, just opening up the hips, opening up through the thigh, in the inner groin there, inner thigh, opening up the chest to the side there, twisting. One more time on each side. Opening up the hips a little bit more on each side. And then coming into heart center. And then from here, placing the weight into the hands. And then dropping onto the knees, sitting on the heels. Big toes touching, heels out wide. And as you walk the hands forward, we'll just let the belly drop in between the thighs and we'll come into happy baby. Child's pose. Let the hips be heavy, sending the hips towards the heels. Relaxing down. Relaxing the hips. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the forehead on the mat. A few more breaths. When you're ready, just walking the hands back in, keeping the big toes touching, knees out wide. And then we'll twist to the left, so fingertips to the sky. And taking that left hand, see if you can take a hold of the right foot behind you. Right hand to the left thigh, twisting here. Inhaling, fingertips to the sky, opposite side. Right hand to left foot. Using the left hand on the right thigh there just to help you twist a little bit deeper. One more time on each side, fingertips to the sky, twisting to the opposite side. Beautiful twist. Inhaling, exhaling. And then when you're ready, coming back to the center, just take hands behind you, fingertips pointing away, and just let the head be heavy behind you. Just let the head sit in that meaty part between the shoulder blades, just relaxing. Maybe just settling the head in one direction, being gentle here, and then the other direction, just feeling into your body, feeling the sensations in your body, and then as you come forward, let the knees come together. We'll rock over to the left side, keeping that left heel close to the right hip there, and then we'll take the right foot in front of or to the side of that left knee, coming into a twist. So we'll do a gentle twist here. So the left arm goes forward, and you just hug the left elbow around the right front of the right knee there, and the hands kind of just lock in somehow. however you feel comfortable, locking them in. And then from here, I usually take the hand in between the thigh and the belly and just move a bit of flesh away. And then I'm looking out over the right shoulder, and then I'm twisting here as much as I can. You can take the hand behind you, prop yourself up, maybe taking that elbow across left elbow across the right knee, and then you use that as a bit of leverage just to give you a bit more intensity in the twist, twisting as far as you can, inhaling, exhaling. A nice mudra, Gyan mudra, for keep the energies flowing within the body with the left hand. A few more breaths. As you exhale, just releasing, just staying in this shape here. And I'm going to take the left hand to the outside of the right foot, and we'll just extend that right heel away from you. And then what we're going to do is send those right fingertips back behind you. Looking back to those right fingertips. Extending those fingertips out as far as you can go. Maybe bring the right arm beside the ear, lifting the left foot up and just doing a bit of a flow here. Try not to curl in too much. Just feeling that beautiful stretch. One more time. And then releasing. So we'll take this right foot across to the left hip. And then we'll stack the knees on top of one another. I like to just hold the legs back, and then I just come forward, and as you notice, my knees are now pretty much on top of one another. And then from here, taking the hands wherever they feel comfortable, and then I usually like to lock my feet back here with my hands, and then we're just going to nice tall spine, just lengthening out through the spine, and then we're just going to come forward and drape our torso over that thigh, the right thigh. Just relax the head down here. Just relaxing, taking the awareness within. Just be a silent witness to the thoughts that are happening. A few more breaths here. Just let any thoughts and emotions that arise, just let them come and go. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling. So inhaling the fingertips to the sky, and we're going to twist across to the right. So just taking this left arm across the right knee there and twisting. Every time we're twisting, we're massaging and twisting the organs. We're giving them a beautiful, nourishing massage. And then when you're ready, coming back to forward, and we'll just unwind the legs. Actually, we'll keep the legs crossed over and take the hands behind you, and we'll just do a bit of few windscreen wipe. Just rock the knees from side to side. Oh, just notice how the hips are feeling here. And then, so the right leg's on top here, so now we're going to take the left leg on top. So basically the feet are beside each other, the knees are together. And then we're going to take the right foot to the left hand underneath the left calf, and take that right foot and bring that right foot to the left heel to the right heel to the left foot, And then we'll take this other one and we'll cross it over to here. So the opposite heels are close together, and then we are on the opposite side now. Now, on this side for me, this leg wants to spring out a little bit more than and the other side. So I have to lock that hand in there, just so it doesn't want to spring out. And then from here we just fold forward. Wherever you feel comfortable. Just coming back to the breath, taking your awareness within. Just to relax here, just let the body do the work for you. Well, not do the work, but getting the benefit here. The body, the mind, the breath, as we try and create the union, which is what yoga means, to yoke, or to unite the breath, the body, the mind. A few more breaths. Just letting the weight of your torso just work into your body. On your next inhale, rise up. Take the right hand to the outside of the left foot and extend that left heel away. And then we'll take that left hand behind you. So the left heel is close to the body. Sorry, the right heel is close to the body, or a little bit further out if you need to use it for balance. And then left fingertips back behind as far as you can go. And then left arm beside the ear. And then do a bit of a flow here, just to open up. A few more times. And then relaxing. Placing that foot, left foot in front to the side, or to either side of the knee, whatever feels comfortable for you, whatever's within your reach today. And then we'll take the right elbow in front of the left knee there. Just using the left hand just to scoop a bit of flesh out. And then we lock ourselves in here, looking out over that left shoulder. Taking the left hand behind you just to prop yourself up. Or maybe crossing over that right elbow across the left knee there, using it as a bit of leverage, opening up, Gyan Mudra with the fingers on the right hand, just to keep the energies flowing within the body. Beautiful twist here, twisting a little bit deeper every time, maybe taking that hand to the foot, right hand to the foot there. A few more breaths. And as you're exhaling as you come to the center, just unwinding, crossing over at the ankles or the shins, more so at the shins, so there's a nice, so you're nearly, the legs are nearly parallel with each other to the long edge of the mat if that's where you're sitting. Just pausing here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, you're just crossing over at the ankles, hugging the knees in, nose to knee, chin to knee, forehead to knee. And then we'll move our way down to the mat, but before we do that, we'll just come into that boat pose again, fingertips out in front, shins are parallel, calves are parallel to the mat. A few breaths here. Pistol grip the big toes. Happy baby, seated happy baby. Maybe straightening the legs up. Chest forward. Try not to slump into the lower back. Straightening the legs as much as you can. And then fingertips to the sky, heels are high still. Lowering the heels down. Folding forward. And then slowly just making your way down to your back. Now pausing here for a few breaths. And then hug the knees in. Rock left to right or around the sacrum. And then with the knees together, arms out wide, along with the shoulders, maybe dropping the left foot down on the mat just to take the hips over to the left a little bit, and then we're going to just take the knees over to the right, keeping the shoulders grounded, maybe taking the right hand to the left knee just to help it down a little bit more. If you've got pillows, you can support yourself here. You want your shoulders nice and grounded. You don't want to be hanging up here, so your arms kind of floating. You just want to be nice and grounded. Looking out over the left side, or the head can be neutral, spine neutral. Maybe extending the left leg out, taking a pistol grip of that left toe with the right hand, left big toe with the right hand, extending that leg away. Just feeling that beautiful twist. Palms facing up, palms facing down, whatever feels good. Some nice rotation through the shoulder if that's what you need today. And just relax. Just continuing to breathe. Nice, long, slow, steady breaths into the body. A beautiful life force, prana, vital energy. It gives us sustenance, gives us life. And when you're ready, bending through the knees are together, just using some muscles in the core there just to come back to neutral, pressing through the feet on the mat just to lift the hips up. Hug the knees in one more time, again. Hugging the knees in, taking the right foot to the mat, just taking the hips across to the right slightly, arms out in line with the shoulders, and then taking the knees over to the left. Just taking the left hand to the right knee, just to give it a bit of a helping hand towards the floor. Beautiful twist here. Maybe taking a pistol grip of that big toe on the right, extending out through the right heel, looking out over the right shoulder. Whatever feels good for you, that's where we're at today. Just giving yourself this opportunity to relax. Just feeling into those targeted areas. This one here, we'll be getting into the lower or the lumbar, the twisting, the hips are probably, or the glutes are probably getting a bit of a stretch, some stress in the glutes there when the heels are extended out. Drawing those straight leg up closer to the face. A few more breaths. When you're ready, bring the knees together, inhaling the knees towards the chest. Giving a good squeeze in, coming up into happy baby, elbows inside the knees there, pistol grip, or take the outside edges of the feet. The feet are pressing into the hands, hands pressing into the feet, just rocking side to side, maybe dropping the right knee down, extending through the left heel, opposite side. feeling that beautiful stretching, and all those joints are getting lubricated. Getting into the tendons and ligaments and joints and muscles, and getting into all the organs in the body, relaxing, getting into the mind, rocking side to side in your happy baby, maybe straightening up the legs, pistol grip of the big toes, maybe sending those feet back behind you. And when you're ready, just releasing the hands above your head there, heels touching the sky. And then we'll slowly just zigzag the legs down, just using the core muscles in your back and your abdomen there, through your torso. Just to zigzag down, slowly coming down, just hovering above the mat just before you touch down, a few seconds above the mat. And then heels out wide, outside edges of the mat. Just relaxing through the shoulders. Opening up the jaw a few times just to release through the jaw. Opening up the eyes nice and wide. Relaxing. Arms 45 degrees away from the body. Just allow the palms just to face up. Relaxing the fingers, relaxing their hands and the thumbs, relaxing through the wrists, relaxing through the forearms and the upper arms, relaxing through the shoulders, relaxing through the tips of the toes, wiggling the toes just before you relax. Relaxing through the ankles and the feet. Relaxing through the shins, the calves, the kneecaps, the hamstrings, the quads. Relaxing through the hips. Relaxing through the pelvis. Relaxing through the sacrum, back of the hips. Relaxing through the middle back, the lower back and the upper back. Relaxing through the belly, the diaphragm, the rib cage, the chest. Relaxing through the back of the neck, the back of the head. Relaxing through the crown of the head. Relaxing through the forehead. Relaxing through the jaw. Relaxing through the cheekbones, relaxing through the eyes, relaxing down the eyes, relaxing through the eye sockets, relaxing through the whole of the front body, relaxing through the whole of the back body, just relaxing, just relaxing. Just relax. Start to deepen your breath now. Start to send some gentle energy and movement into the body. Slowly starting to wake up the nervous system. Sending some gentle energy and movement into the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Turning them in one direction and then the other. Turning the head from side to side. Slowly starting to wake up the nervous system. Slowly starting to bring your awareness back into your body, lying on your mat, in your yoga space, in your yoga surroundings. On your next inhale, send the fingertips and toes away from one another for a full body stretch. Flexing, extending through the wrists and the ankles, toes, fingers. And then as you exhale, just drawing the knees towards the chest, giving them a beautiful squeeze in, rocking left to right or around the sacrum for a beautiful lower back massage. Maybe rolling off to the right side, hovering there, just giving the hips a bit of a massage, off to the left side, just balancing on the side of the hip. And then when you're ready, just gently rolling over to the right side, making a comfortable pillow with the arm. Just pausing here in a beautiful, supported fetal position. Just taking the time here to scan through your body, noticing any areas of tension or tightness that may still exist. Just breathing into those areas, sending some awareness into those areas. Where the energy goes, where the energy flows, no, where the awareness goes, the energy flows. I always get that mixed up. Then when you're ready, gently pushing yourself up with the left hand, coming up to a comfortable seat, crossing your legs the opposite way to the start of the practice. Sitting up nice and tall. Sending the fingertips out wide, fingertips touch the sky. Fingertips and palms gently touching as the elbows go out wide, the hands just come down towards heart center, bowing the chin towards the chest on the way through, pressing the thumbs up against the sternum. We give love and gratitude to ourselves and our bodies for coming to practice and for the ancient and sacred teachings of yoga. May all beings everywhere with whom we are inseparably interconnected be fulfilled, awakened, liberated and free. May there be peace in the world and in the entire universe, and may we all together complete this spiritual journey. The divine in ourselves bows to the divine in each other, and together we say, Namaste. Thank you everybody for sharing your morning and your energies with me. Have a good day. Stay safe and healthy.
Thanks, Alan. That was great. Enjoyed it.
Okay, great. You're the only one today. Well, the only one on Zoom, but that's all right. Doesn't matter. Good to see you. Well, I didn't see you, but good to see your name. Alrighty. I'll see you next time. See you Tuesday. Oopsie. Continue. Oh.